we have initiated in the 5 o'clock means the 5 o'clock is the practice. If you are waking at 5 o'clock, then the completely the day will be a long. So that's what I'm sorry for that for waking everyone is a 5 o'clock. Okay, but we can make it the practice. Okay, and yeah, Kiruba, you can introduce yourself, please.
Yes. Hi there. Hi everyone. Myself Kiruba. I have a working experience around 15 years in most premium companies like the General Electric Research Center as well as the Philips healthcare domain. And prior to that, I am also holding some of startup initiatives as well as people training and then motivation stuff. So today we are going to enjoy that corporate perspective way of expectation in terms of presentation and how to present well. Thank you. See you in the session.
Yeah. So now actually I want to give an introduction about the Dr. P. Savanan sir. He is the business development head for the company called Priority EduTech. So it is an initiative for this company to do the presentation skills with the Gen AI. Actually, we will every day. I mean, we are planning for every one tool for Gen AI. Actually, today also we are planning for one tool and along with the presentation skill. Sir, Savanan sir, it's time for you. You can start, sir.
So very good morning to everyone. So I think all are interested in the early morning. So normally the presentation skills is very important for a student or as well as for any person working in a company. So most of them are skillful and they are knowledgeable, but some sleep in the presentation skill. If you are good in presentation, so you may achieve a lot, but sometimes it may slip due to the lack of presentation knowledge. So moreover, as per my knowledge, so we evaluated many events like marathon and other international events for a student forum. So most of them are knowledgeable, but they fail to present. So what they thought in your mind, it's not reflecting on the screen. So due to the lack of presentation knowledge, so most of them, if you are providing the wow factor in your presentation, so they may listen your content. Otherwise, they may skip your content. So normally, what happened? So during if you are using the YouTube, so the content may be attractive. Wow! So then only the audience may listen or watch your videos. So otherwise, they may skip. So these most of the students are more intelligent, but they are not able to achieve. So due to the lagness in the presentation. So presentation should have a content should be enhanced and it should be concise. And also the layout of the presentation should be impressive to the audience. So we may attract their listening during your presentation. And also the presentation perspective should be lucrative approach. So it should be easily understandable, and also the content on the presentation should be watchable and also easily understandable to anyone. Like if you are educated or if you are less in qualification, so they are also able to understand your presentation slides. And also it should be attractive one. If in your slides it has a wow factor, so they may feel wow, then they will look into your content. So it should be attractive one, and also it should have a creative one. So most of the presentation, what they are doing, they will type the content and they are not giving any pictures related to the content, or else they may use some low quality picture. So audience may lose their interest. So it's common. So your content should be a creative to listen during the presentation. So as well as, and content should be interactive. So the without voice also, it should reach their audience mind with your picture and other elements in our presentation. So it should be interactive one. And moreover, the slide should speak to them. And also the slides also improved in performance. Performance improved means, so it should convey the content without any loss. So sometimes if you thought something in your mind, but you are not able to convey completely to their audience mind. So sometimes we are lagging to attract them. So due to, so on the all aspect, the content should be improved and it should be simple enough to reach them. So if you reach higher heights, you should have a good presenter. So most of the students nowadays, they are more knowledgeable and more skillful, but 20% of students only achieved what they thought. But most others, 80% students are not achievable due to the lagness in the presentation. So you have to expose your image to others, and it should be attractive, and also it should be, your content should be informative, and it should be concise, and lot of importance. The audience should give the importance to your presentation. So sometimes it does not happen. So due to, so nowadays the AI is intruded in all the way in our life in the digital era. So you make use of the AI to prepare yourself for a better presenter and a better narrator of the content connects to the audience. And also the during the use of AI, so it will provide the nice comfortness between the listeners and presenter. And also if you are using properly, so it should be a lively session, and also your information will reach the all corners of the presenting hall, and also all listeners mind also, it should be lively and attractive if you are using that. So the AI, Gen AI will produce all the elements, how to make the presentation and how to use of the tool. So it will be very interesting and also user friendly. So anyone can use of this AI tool, and you can make better presentation, and day by day you feel that you may improve a lot. And also your image, if your presentation skills also improve, so as well as your image also day by day it is glory and also enhanced to the audience. So this is very important for everyone, so who are using the presentation skills. And if you are using that AI tool, so it will be helpful. So most of them are they thought that they are using on their own way. So you listen and see others how they are presenting themselves to attract the audience. So same way you have to enhance yourself, and also it should be a interactive and comfortable and lively to the audience, and also impress others through your presentation. So it's called best communication. So there is a child and mother. Same way you have to impress them, and you have to reach their audience mind through your improved presentation. So
Thanks.
keep small points in your mind, and also so the coming session will take you to how to present in the public forum. Thank you.
Thank you for your insights, sir. And really, it's eye-opening for introduction of this today's talk. And today, actually, the Saravanan sir given the 10 kind of the elements, whichever I am displaying in this forum. And yeah, so it's my turn now. So, sir, thanks for your insights, sir. Right now, I just start, sir. So I just generated three kind of the images which is in our just WhatsApp. So and just first image is a generated image for the Indian student and the presentation style. So this image was generated. I'm not happy about it. So I'm just generated one more image that's called generated image for Indian student presentation style wearing a coat at a university. So in this have generated this kind of the image, and one more image I generated, which is a generated images for wearing a coat at university. You can see that the both queries are same actually, but anyway the generative AI will be producing the different kind of the images. So that's what we always like the Gen AI nowadays. It will be produce the random content even if you are giving for the same queries also. So that random algorithm will work here, and then it will be giving a queries, I mean the results as per our queries. So I directly go for the content now. Today actually just introducing one of the tool called slides.ai. Actually it's a web page is actually slidesai.io. So that is our web page. If you want to note down also, you can please note down. Hope I am audible. Yes. Okay. So the tool actually we can install it. Otherwise we can install just in a Google workspace also we can install it. No need of install as a any kind of the application. We just make a Google it slidesai.io. You can actually click for install, and then it will install in our Google space. So I mean in a Google workspace it will install it. And actually you can start your just login of your Gmail account, whichever it's maybe the personal or official, and you can have in our extension that will be stored in the slides AI will be the stored in your extension. And you can create a new slide just like how we are creating our PowerPoint slide in a Google Cloud. I mean the Google Cloud as a PowerPoint slide. We can just create the Google, the slides generally, and whatever the content actually we want to know it. For example, it will support for 12,000 characters limit. It's a free of cost, and 12,000 characters it will support for it. And we can have select for the presentations type, or whether general or official or kind of the any kind of the thing you can select it, and the number of the slides also you can select it. See, for example, if a very quick presentation we want to give for seminar, and we want to give 30 or 40 slides for a simple topic, and we don't have the time for making it for the images and also the text and bullet points. So then we can just give the number of the slides, for example 30, and then you can just give the enter of the text. Maybe you just copy from the Wikipedia, and also you can enter it any kind of the content. So it will support from minimum it's a 500 character and maximum is 12,000 character. Yeah. And you can select the layouts for the different layouts, and whatever the layouts we want to present it, maximum please select the blue with any kind of the colors, because the blue is always the royal color, and it will attract the most of the presentation styles. You can see that most of the logos for the corporate logos, even HP and Philips, even though Philips is one of our speaker is joining now, and even my own the many companies are actually having logos of the blue, because the blue is the color it will give the royal sense of it. So please make it for a blue color in any kind of the presentation. And yeah, you can just select the any kind of the content, and then you can select the slide, and maybe within 2 minutes it will generate the slides. So according to the priority, and it will generate the slides based on the Gen AI. And also if you want to change any kind of the slide also possible. Let's say for example here actually slide has generated already. About 8 slides are already generated. For every slide having their own name also. Especially after that slide generated, you can have the content of whatever the presenter can read it. That is also possible. Not only slide generated, so whichever the content during the preparation, the content will be very precise, but the student, the presenter can read the whole content, and then they can get the complete knowledge of the content, and then they can speak more in the during of the presentation. And even though it will be generated some of the pictures whichever maybe some kind of the pictures are editable, some pictures are non-editable. But anyway, we can have the, if we want to check it, any kind of the spellings or any kind of the words, we can rearrange. Anything can be done, because generative AI is just a platform. It will generate it, but based on our own efforts, we can do it whatever we want to know, do it. And even though if you want to change any kind of the picture, is also possible. We just select the picture, and then in a side menu, you can have the same similar kind of the picture. That is also semantically it will be generated, and there also you can use the picture. For example, I am just using the London picture, so the London picture will be coming here. And also, if you want to change the picture also, it is possible. We can just change the picture, just click it in the right corner. And if possible, if you want to import any picture from your own domain, I mean the local also, we can import it. So that is also possible. So like this, the slides can be generated in any number of the slides. But you can use this as a no need of installation. You just add the slides ai.io. That's one of the tool I'm just introducing for today. And remaining things, the Kripa will be take care of the remaining things. Thank you. Kripa, it's time for you.
Yes, Raj, thank you. Go on to my slide.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Hi there. Thanks for again being wake up early and be so attentive to this session. First of all, I want to thank him and appreciate Mr. Raj for who can thought about bridging between learning as well as high performance. Means it's kind of brain enhancement. Okay, 5 o'clock is perfectly meant for a brain enhancement as well as learning time, and no one would have this kind of dare to attempt it. But I really want to thank him for this kind of attempt. This will go to miles for sure. Okay, let's come to a topic where I'm going to give a little bit of heads up on higher level expectation, right? Being a student or being a corporate or being a professor world, whoever it is, presentation is inevitable in our lives and our day-to-day work activities, right? So presentation is all about 3 categories when it comes to a higher audience. Category number 1. Good up slide.
Yeah.
Yes, technical design review. The category number 1 is purely about technical design review. Be whatever the chair you hold, like a technical design person or a corporate employee or a professor or whoever it is. Okay, you have to have a lot of technical presentation in your life. And the important thing is business proposal and a performance review. So this will be in another important area where the HR related people, as well as a lot of CEO, CTO level, and of course from management level, from the institution. And the last one is called marketing strategy and a sales forecast. So this is also another important where you need a flamboyant presentations which are really required to the top level to convincing. It should be like a convincing presentations. Okay, so these are the 3 category, and I'll take you to drill down bit, and we will understand more about these nuances. Can you go to the next slide, Raj? Yeah. So what is all about technical design review? See guys, before even getting into nuances, I just want to give you thumb rule. Okay, I'm going to give a 2 thumb rule. Thumb rule number 1 for a presentation. Thumb rule number 2 for a presenter. The thumb rule called triple S. Okay, triple S. Yes. First S for a presenter. Okay, for a presenter, sincere and severe and successful. So first three S. Another set of 3 S. Okay. So first I'll cover up with sincere. So while you conceive a data or a presentation, right, slides, when you are making your slides, you have to have a sincere effort to float down the data. Okay, there should not be any discrete or disconnect between the data and its flow. So you have to have a sincere effort. And once for all it's over. You have to wear a hat of audience. Then you have to severely trim it, edit it, and be prepared for that. Once this all done, the third S is called success. You have done a successful presentation. That's it. Okay? So now comes to a presentation, right? As a presenter, what do you have to do? 3 S. There are 3 S. Again, S number 1, stammering and shudder. S number 2. Stammering means whatever you may be the prepared. Okay, you maybe have a Ducati bike, but when you take that particular bike into road, all the external circumstance will come into picture and you might lose your temperament, compose mind and whatever it is, right? Same way. So stammering and shudder is a clear instinct of all the presenter. Okay, once you be in the podium, probably you may not get the thought flow or you may not get the rhythm what you want. So stammering and shuddering, if you win over that, there will be a successful presentation. That is called another 3S thumb rule. So you have to have consciously work on it. So nothing comes out in a day. Okay, practice makes a man perfect, as we all know that, right? Being a student community, student successful corporate world, you have to have a lot of, practice them very well, work it on, and come out with a wow factor. So now come to a technical design review. Technical design review, what people would expect from each slide is called 70-30 ratio. Okay, so you cannot, mix it up all the food and then pour it on into one plate and you cannot serve it to me, right? Though it is a delicious and aromatic food, which doesn't good for a, food eater, right? You will not like it at all. So the presentation makes a lot of value in it. So you have to have a ratio of 70% use like a pictograms, infographics, graphs, or whatever that visual content, and 30% here or there you can use of words. Okay, that will makes a completeness. There is a beautiful word called complete and finish. Complete means each slide should complete well enough. Then only your presentation will finish it off in a style. Again, I'll repeat, complete and finish. There are 2 words in a presentation. A complete, each slide has to be complete in a way so that it can convey a message or it will allow a person to take some decisions so that the presentation will be finished off in a successful way. Okay? So you have to have a thumb rule called 70-30 ratio and a key takeaway from each slide. What does it mean by key takeaway? Okay, whomever your audience, okay, there will be mix of peoples, right? A person from department 1, department 2 or different background, doesn't matter who are all your audience, but your presentation should connect them and your presentation should convey them in a matter of their language. So finally, what is all about this entire one slide? And you have to have one takeaway line which should tell about the comprise of everything into one slide. Okay. Another one, decision driven with a data-oriented analysis. People will look at it that, right? Whatever the decision you're trying to impose on them has to have some data backup. Then only your presentation will have a value. Okay? So that is called total technical design review. Be a software professional or whoever it is. If you go this way, there won't be any sub-level questions. You will be getting with a lot of, warm welcome. It's okay. Thank you. Then we'll go to the category number 2. Yes, this is very important business presentation, right? And a performance review. Many of us would have seen like Apple would submit this kind of presentation very recent past, and you will have a lot of representation, or you will have some reference in YouTube too. Okay, like for example, Steve Jobs, how he used to present it, and then Elon Musk, how he used to present it to his stakeholders, right? A lot of meetings were there. But in this meeting is a little peculiar and for a high level people, super high people. For example, it should be like, strong, very strong, super strong conclusion and decision making. Okay. Once the slide is come out means this kind of presentation will have at least 1 or 2 slides. You will not even believe it. It's kind of 1 or 2 slides because you're going to meet your boss, a supreme boss, like our government officials, where they will change the life of entire world. Okay, that kind of authorities will be able to will be part of this kind of presentation, right? So they will be just decide whatever they want within a matter of 5 minutes. So your presentation should be crisp enough and impactful and less number of slides. Mark my words, less number of slides. Okay. And business forecasts and the proactive studies. Okay, you cannot just by blabbering that. Okay, you have to have a proactive studies, proactive measures with a lot of forecast analysis. Okay, if at all, if you want, then you may simply say that I have all of them. Probably if your time permits, can I open them? Take a permission. Don't directly jump into that. Control your anxiety. When you are presenting to such a super big people, you have to control your anxiety, deliver in a matter so that they can easily connect with you. Okay, don't get anxiety, and if the question comes, don't ever try to jump to the another content and start actually taking them off. If this is called run around the bush, don't do that. And key take away from each slide, again, it is very important. Again, time and again. Whatever the presentation style, you have to have a key take away from that particular slide. Okay, can we go to the next slide? Yes, finally, marketing strategy. And about course, sales forecast. This is also quite common in our day-to-day life. And even we will have in our organization or college also will be presenting to that so far what has happened for the overall year, and then where we want to really take on to this next level. All this kind of presentation will be essentially need. Again here, data analytic, keep with the dashboard. See, this particular presentation would supported by a lot of data. Like, thousands of data will be collected together and processed and taken out as some result, and you want to present it to them. In this context, you cannot show all of the data into one slide, which is not good as well as which is not advisable as well. So what you have to do, you have to have a kind of a dashboard. The dashboard would abruptly tell them that what actually to focus on. Okay, see, for example, in institution, there are 1,000 students. Okay, how many of them are actually turned out today? You cannot put it all the thousands and then next to them, yes, present or not present. No, you cannot have all this them, right? Just click a one dashboard, which will tell you the today enrollment, how much, that's it. An importance area, right? Roadmap. The roadmap, which is a very vital element in a communication world. You have to have a crystal clear an overview about where it had started and where we are right now and where it will be ended up. So this is very important in this kind of presentation, or think about it. This kind of roadmap projection will tell you that how competent you are in your presentation and how you are visionary. So that is very important. Forget about the category. Have this kind of approach, framework. I used to call it as a framework, my dear friends. This kind of framework will take you to a good presenter as well as, walk with the win-over situation. And challenges, of course, right? If you're not talking about your challenges, then you're hiding out something, right? None of the roads are actually perfect in the world, as you said, right? So challenges, you have to come across the challenges. You have to put it the challenges, list down the challenges, and how you have a proactive measures or how we are going to sort it out that particular challenges. So this will prove you that how you are good at in terms of problem solving. And the last one, a 4-blocker. This is a very beautiful technique, my dear friends. If at all you start using it right now for your day-to-day life or whatever it is, 4-blocker is a very good art which will fetch you the number of data or the impact that you want to create during your presentation. Everything will happen in one slide. Believe it, my friend, it will happen in a matter of one slide. So the 4-blocker can be just you make one split the screen into 4 windows, like make it 2 lines vertical and horizontal 1 line like that. To make it as a vertical and then a horizontal, it will make a 4 small blockers. Block number 1, it's accomplishment. You have to have a list of accomplishments so far, so called, what has happened in this particular topic, and the next steps, which will tell you about the immediate next step, and help required to do this particular things, to do this particular next steps. What are all the things I might require from your level? That is called help required column. Another one is called overall plan. Where are you right now? Overall plan will be a year together, right? Years together plan. But for the next month, these all the milestone has to be achieved. So against this particular, where are we right now? So these kind of code blocker module will be very, very easiest way to communicate to the people, and people will be able to understand your efforts, your achievements, and they will be ready to evaluate and give some appraisals, of course, by the end of the presentation for sure. Okay, guys, that's it. I think we are on time. Thank you, Mr. Raj and Saravanan sir, for the wonderful participants. So again, I'm telling you, it is a great opportunity to wake up in a matter of 5 o'clock and theta brainwave. That is called theta brainwave. Once you stimulate your theta brainwave, how to stimulate? No need to even put some different effort. Wake up at 5 o'clock. Then your theta brainwave will stimulate. And these are the theta brainwave. Who are all theta stimulated brainwave right now? People called Elon Musk. These kind of people only are theta brainwave stimulated persons. So let us stimulate our theta waves. Again, we will be in a wonderful, wonderful careers again. Okay? Thank you all. Have a wonderful day again. And happy Independence Day.
Yeah, and Kiruba, next actually we have AI with quiz makers and AI content writers and also generative AI presentation. So probably next in this week, I mean the last week of August, we can have our next webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, team.